Alright guys, today we're going to be replacing an earpiece speaker on a ZTE Max phone. This will work on most ZTE phones, even if it's not this particular one. First thing you always want to do is make sure we power off the device. Once you do that, you're going to take the SIM card tray out. When you take the SIM card tray out, there's a small gap between the frame and the back cover that you can get your pry tool in between and start prying up. You will need a pry tool and a small Phillips screwdriver. That's really all you're going to need to do this repair, and of course the replacement speaker. And you're just going to go around the sides. Be very careful of the top right side. That has a cable sensor. You'll see it. There's a cable sensor right there that connects to the fingerprint. And you just want to make sure that you take this tape off and be very careful of that cable. It's very fragile. You can tear it pretty easy, and if you tear it, you're going to have to order another one. So just be very, very aware of that. Take your small Phillips screwdriver, remove this little plate. Underneath this plate, you're going to be able to disconnect the fingerprint connection. Once that's out of the way, we're going to take our small Phillips screwdriver and remove 13 screws on the back. Some ZTEs will have less, some more, but they're all very, very similar. But make sure you take out all the screws. Very important. I can't stress enough. You don't want to leave a screw behind. So just double check your work and make sure all the screws are out. Because right now we're going to start prying on the front of this phone, but to separate the frame from the phone itself. And when we do that, if there's a screw in there, it can really cause some serious problems. So make sure they're all out. Once you get the back off, now we're going to be able to see the motherboard. The first thing you always want to do is make sure we disconnect the battery. So that'll be the first thing. Always do that. Once that's disconnected, we're going to start messing with the connection. So we'll disconnect that one up there. This is the only screw on this phone, but just double check it and make sure there's not another screw holding down the motherboard. Take out all the connections, pop loose that cable. Same thing, be very careful. I'm just double checking, making sure I don't see anything else holding the motherboard down. We're going to start prying on the motherboard. Just hit every corner. And once you do that, you should be able to lift up on it and it should just pop right off. Once you do that, you'll be able to see the earpiece speaker. On this phone, he could hear them, but they could not hear him when he talked. We replaced the speaker. You just want to make sure that you put it in the way that it came out. We're going to pop this motherboard down, and then my hat's in the way, but all I'm doing is I'm connecting everything we disconnected on that motherboard, and I'm screwing in that one screw and that one black cable. You just want to make sure everything that you disconnected, you connect back. Once you do that, we're going to put on the back cover, and you're going to screw down your 13 screws that you took off. And then I've already connected my sensor. So you want to make sure you put on your sensor, put on the back plate, and then we're going to snap this bad boy down, and that is it. And that's how you replace it if you're having issues hearing or them hearing you. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.